Hello and welcome to the Tea Party Hardy channel for a review, exploration, looking at Radioactive Dreams. Radioactive Dreams, according to IMDb, came out in 1985. It is an hour and 38 minutes, and if you come over here to, let's see, what do we got? To this section, you can see there's a video up by the director, and he says he filmed it in 83. And you can also find the movie here. You can find it here. Here's the full version. Here's an hour and 29 minutes. There's 10 minutes missing. Down here is the pre-show that they did at one of the showings back in 1985. I watched it. It was a fun pre-show. And if you are a child of the 80s or that era, you will be reminded by watching this pre-show that wow, was the world obsessed with nuclear war. Why that obsession went away, I'm not 100% sure, because it's not like the dangers went away, but nonetheless, that was the majority of all TV shows and movies were about nukes in definitely 85 and 86. And, so there's that. If you're not from the 80s, boy, you don't know what it was like. It was seriously, go back and watch TV shows from 1985 or 86. The Twilight Zone, the new Twilight Zones. Oh, huge majority of them were all about the post-apocalyptic, and so are all the ones they screen here and the music videos they show as well. Okay, now back to Radioactive Dreams. The movie is, I'm going to do something, I don't know if it's kosher, but I'm going to do it anyways. I want to show you this guy. This was done way back in 2013, and this is Danny Oz, so I'm guessing he's from Australia. And let's take a look at his review, because he does it in 37 seconds, and he hits all the major stuff, but I want to talk about different things. But yeah, so definitely check out his video too, but here's what he has to say.
I couldn't find my copy of Sons of Steel, and I was sad. But then I remembered I had a copy of Radioactive Dreams.
Now, it's called Defending Radioactive Dreams. I don't know why he has to defend it. It's a wonderful movie. It's really cool. We'll get into more detail later. But he's going to give you the background and a lowdown. He does it really good.
Which has John Stockwell and Michael Dudikoff. It's basically two 1940s-style detective characters in a post-apocalyptic setting, complete with cannibals. And not only that, but it has characters and references from the 50s, the 60s, the 70s. And it ends as
and the 80s. And then what he's going to do, well, let's listen, and I'm going to fill in the gap that he leaves out.
An 80s style video clip, complete with really, 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 really big shoulder pads with flashing red LEDs on them. It's awesome.
It kind of is awesome. Oh no, did I lose my spot? See if I can find it here again. Okay.
From the 50s, the 60s, the 70s. And it ends as an 80s style video clip, complete with really, 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 really big shoulder pads.
Sorry about the replay.
With flashing red LEDs on them. It's awesome.
It is. Okay, now, it also has a really amazing dance scene in the movie where the dancing's really good. I was like, cool. Okay, so, again, this is an exploration of the movie, not just a traditional review by any stretch of the imagination. So how did I find this thing? Well, the music is done by Sue Said, and Sue Said is someone I discovered through the movie Looker, 1981, and I love that movie, and I love that song. She does the main theme for it. She's a looker. Definitely worth checking out. So last night I decided to go on it was a couple of nights ago, decided to go on a Sue Said exploration and find as many songs by her as I could, because why not? And that's how I found out about this movie, because... And there she is. She's actually in the movie, too. Let's see. You can see right... Oh, here's the dance scene. And then... I love their costumes. Look, all the costumes. The biker girls. Yeah, it's a girl. The biker girls, their 1940s outfits. It's just... Oh, there's Sue. And she actually sings in it. And I really like Sue. And so that was cool. So that's how I found the movie. I would have never heard of it otherwise. And it got fairly decent reviews. It's not going to win the Oscar for 1985. It's not. And it didn't beat Back to the Future at the box office. No, it didn't. But it's a really fun watch. It's ferociously low budget. but the acting is really good from everybody. The directing is not bad. The editing for the first half of the movie is really good. And then you get to the middle, and from that point on, the editing really screws up the pacing. Not enough to make it boring, but enough to notice it's a little draggy here and there. And there's at least 2 scenes that come to mind where the actors finish their line, and then there's this huge meandering high school play gap before the other actor fills in their line. And it's like, the editor is supposed to chop that out so that you don't get that high school play phenomenon where the person forgot their lines or just really sucks at acting. I don't know. So there are 2 scenes I was like, are you gonna... Ew. Those are the most remarkably bad things. The good things, what do you call them? The relationship, the chemistry between these 2 guys, it's really fun. And, we're living in a time where everything has to be woke and all hypey hype with the super strong female characters, so much so that they overpower the males physically every time. Well, in this movie, there's 2 different women that play the opposite leads. I don't know. They have really major roles in how the story plays. There's way more women than that. You've got the biker chick down here and her famous lick the face scene. But you have these 2 women that are they're not in the movie at the same time, and they have very different dynamics. But they are extremely strong women, extremely capable. And the thing about this is that was normal, and it always was normal. It wasn't until we got into like 2012, 13, 14, maybe a little later, that everybody said, it really started with Captain Marvel, where, women, thank God we finally have a strong woman role. Dude, we've had strong women roles since forever. And this movie has 2 really well played actresses. So, the movie itself, like the guy says, it's post-apocalyptic and things like that. And it's just fun. It's a total popcorn movie. The second half is a bit laggy, but it never gets boring. And there's a scene in the climax where it's like, wow, this is no happy ending. This is really, really dark. And it is. But the movie continues, and it has a change of beat from that point. I don't want to do any spoilers, because you can watch it online, as I showed you on the other screen. Where to go? Yeah, you can find it right here. I recommend this one. But if you just want to kill an hour and a half and just have a good time with popcorn, if you like if you like the Mummy movie from 2000, or whatever year it was, the one with Brendan Fraser, then you will like this movie. If you like Mad Max, this really is nothing like Mad Max. It's got more comedy in it. It's not a comedy, but it does have that buddy feel-good vibe about it. And so, yeah, I just saw it and really liked it and figured I'm going to make a video about this and pass it on. And if people check out my video and then they want to check this out, there are a lot worse ways to spend your time than watching Radioactive Dreams. Now, some of you might be saying, like, sitting all the way through this video, yeah, this was a bit meandering, but I appreciate it if you stuck along for it. And so what I recommend, do check out Radioactive Dreams if you want. Do check out this guy's channel that I highlighted, Mr. Danny Oz. He's got 30 subscribers. You can help boost him to at least 31 or 32. And then, what else do we have? Good old Sue said, yeah, check out the song Looker. And if you haven't seen the movie Looker, that is not really a low-budget movie, and it's Michael Crichton wrote it, and it's not a disaster vacation movie, which Michael Crichton loves to write. But it's a really good movie. Albert Finney's in it, and Susan Day from the Partridge Family, and Looker is in it. And yeah, it's a really, really fun movie. Okay, I guess that's about it. So do check out Radioactive Dreams if you get a chance, and thank you for watching, and we will see you in the future. Hopefully it won't be post-apocalyptic, but boy, were we obsessed with that in the 80s. See you in the future.